Hi, I'm Bernadette Welsh. I am a producer of insurance for the John M. Glover Agency in North Haven, Connecticut. So the first thing I do in the morning is I check my email, I check my messages to make sure that if there's somebody looking for me, that I know what they need. Then the rest of my day really is spent responding to those requests and also quoting new insurance. So my job as a producer of insurance is to find people who would like to have their insurance quoted. And usually they say they're paying too much, or they're mad at their agent, or they don't know what to do. So my job is to quote their insurance. My job is also to re-quote people I already have who say they're not happy with their renewal premium, or that they had a bad experience with something and they want resolution to that. So basically it's communication about existing clients and hoping to get new clients. My favorite part of being an insurance agent is helping people, because when you say you're a salesperson, people have that as a negative connotation. So what I feel I do is I simply help people solve problems. That's my favorite thing. No matter what it is, whether it's their cost, whether they don't understand what a coverage means, I love explaining things because it makes me feel good, because I'm taking people's money and I want to make sure that they know what they're paying for and that I can help them solve their problems. So that is the best part about being a insurance agent, and being an independent agent allows me not to try to pigeonhole people into one company. I look at a lot of companies, so that makes me feel good, because I feel that that is in the client's best interest. Everyone should know that being an insurance agent is not easy. There are challenges every day. So sometimes in those communications, people don't understand what you're trying to tell them, or there's an obstacle that you just simply can't overcome. So let's say someone's called me and said, Bernadette, my renewal premium went up, do something about it. And I tried the best I could, but based on maybe their accidents or their violations or claims, or believe it or not, a person's credit, I can't do what they want me to do. And sometimes people get upset. So that's not so fun, but it's a challenge to try to address those in a professional manner. The other thing that's a little bit hard if you're thinking about being an insurance agent is that there's an awful lot of computer work, there's paperwork. Anybody that tells you it's paperless, forget about it, it's not. There's a lot of documents that we need to keep track of. We need to scan and attach them to a computer file so that they're not lost. And I'm not a very good secretary, so I find that challenging, but it's still so necessary. So if you want to be an insurance agent, that's part of your job. Well, when I went to college, I never thought of myself as being an insurance agent. That's not usually a goal. When you say, what do you want to be when you grow up? People don't usually say an insurance agent. But I went to school, I studied psychology, I'm fascinated by human behavior. And when I was a young girl, I saw an ad in a paper for a company that was looking for an insurance rep. And I got involved with it back when I was young. Then I took time out to have my children, got back into it again here in Connecticut, and it just suits me. I must just say that even though I fell into it, it suits me very well. People do need to understand that you do have to have certain core values in order to be a successful insurance agent. And if you don't have them, you really should find a different kind of line of work. So one of the values that I possess is that I strive to understand people and listen to people. So if you find people interesting and you're willing to listen, that's a value that you need to have if you want to be in my business. The other thing is that you do need to pay attention a certain amount to detail. So if you're not willing to, again, listen and ask questions and then record those answers and use them, then you're not going to serve the people that are asking you for your help, because you're not going to remember what it is. Because insurance is about protecting people for what they care about. So you have to, again, I'm stressing being a good listener. The other thing is that you have to like people, because I talk to people all day long. I meet people all day long. If you don't enjoy meeting and being with people, I think you should be something like maybe an accountant, or, where you're in the back room doing your good job. Insurance agents have to be out there with people. So you have to be I know this is a cliche, but you have to be a people person. And then you have to have a core value of honesty. People sometimes ask you to do things to lower their insurance rate that are dishonest. And you have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to the insurance companies you represent. So you have to be an honest person. I can't stress that enough. There are some people out there that are doing bad things, and eventually it catches up with them. So any young person that thinks about becoming an insurance agent should take a good look, hard look at themselves, or what they feel they would really like to do. They should maybe visit an insurance agency, maybe go shadow an agent for a while and think about whether they like those aspects that we were talking about: dealing with people, solving problems, listening, detailing work, and then coming up with a good product, and then being willing to take the day-to-day frustrations that happen in the insurance world when things don't go right. Because we love when things go right, but we also have to know that we have to face the challenges of when things don't go right. So somebody considering insurance, I think they should really get to know somebody who's doing it and see if it suits them. You don't have to go to college to be an insurance agent. I think having a college degree is helpful in terms of your own personal development. It's not a requirement, but I find most of my colleagues are college educated. So coming out of college, that would be something maybe that you would want to consider. If you're thinking about what should I do, what path should I take, usually the first thing people think about is, well, what did my parents do? What do my brothers and sisters or an aunt and uncle do for a living? Because as growing up with them, you kind of get an idea. So a lot of times teachers have children that want to be teachers. So my advice would be figure out what it is that's critical to the job and see if it suits you. And then visit with people and talk to people who are professionals in the field. That's why I think what your company is doing is invaluable, because people can listen to the different shows or podcasts or however you present it and think, is that for me? And that's what I would advise that. And honesty is always key to success, and also determination. A lot of people that are very smart, but they are not necessarily determined. And so sometimes they don't do as well as somebody who may be less talented, but more determined. So wanting to be successful usually leads to success.